We are going to talk about an easy level interview question called validate subsequence. So what we have to do over here is you are given two inputs. So one is this array and one is a sub-array, we can call it that, so A1, A2. So what we have to do is we need to check whether this one is a valid subsequence of this array. So subsequence is nothing but like we need to check if this is in the correct order over here. So for example, we have 1 comma 6, we have 1 comma 6 comma minus 1 and 10. So here we have 1, so and then the next number we have 6, the next number we have minus 1, and the next number we have is 10. So yeah, it's in the valid subsequence and it should return 10. It doesn't need to be continuous, it can like just be adjacent, they have to be in the correct order, that's it. So next here we have 5, here we have 1 8 6, so 1 is here but 6 is here and then we get it, so this is not the correct subsequence, so it should return false. But if 8 was before 6, it would have been valid subsequence, then we could have returned true, but now since it is here we have to return false. So how do we go about doing this? So like normally first we can have two pointers over here, starting and the end. So next, if 5, we check for equality, so 5 and 1 they're not equal, so move this, check for the next index. Okay, 1 and 1 they both are present. Okay, so this one is present, so move both of them by 1. If they're equal, move both the pointers by 1, like this. So now check, do the check again. So 22 and 6 is equal, no, not equal. So next, move this array over here. Shit. So move this array over here. So now it's pointing to 25. So 25 and 6 is not equal. So again move this array over here. Okay. Now 6 and 6 they are equal. Yes. So whenever they are equal, what we have to do? We have to move both of them together. Like so. So next, minus 1 and 1 again they are equal. So move both of them, so you get the point, right? This is how we check for each of the element. So next, 8 and 10 not equal, so next 10, so 10 is equal, and then we return true. So likewise same, if 5 and 1 they are not equal, so we move the element to 1. Okay, 1 and 1 is equal, so we move the same twice. So 22 and 8 they are not equal, so we move the element next. 22 and 5, we 25 and 8 we check again, they are not equal. Next, 6 and 8 we check again, they are not equal. Next, minus 1 and 8 we check again, they are not equal. And next, 8 and 8 we check, okay, they are equal, so we move this one by 1 and we move this one by 6. So again 10 and 6 again they are not equal, so this loop ends and we come out of this loop. Since this loop is still not yet finished, we can return false. So let's look at the algorithm for this one. Oh shit. Shit, guys. Where did it go? Okay, it's here. Okay, sorry guys, I found it. So yeah, so you get the point, right? So now let's check out the, let's carefully put this here and let's write the steps for this one. So step 1 is iterate over the array. So step 2 is, so guys, so here what we can conclude is, if while going on in this array, if the very last element is, so if we come across to an element, so 10 and 10, so it is the very last element. So 2, in this case 2, we come across 10 and 10, so they are equal. And if they are equal, so we can just do one more check, right? If they are equal and that number is the last number in this subsequence array. So if they are equal and if that number is the last number in the subsequence array, we can tell they are equal, right? So we can return true. So even if, for example, 10 was not here, so let's copy this one. So let's imagine 10 was somewhere over here, okay, 10 comma 144 800. So let's imagine like this. So what I'm trying to say here is, as soon as we check, okay, 2 elements are equal, and then again if we do one more check such that 10 is that number which is equal in the subsequence, is the last element in the subsequence, we can conclude directly that it is equal. We can conclude that it is a subsequence, so we can return true. So for example, here we have 5, 1, 22. So 10 is over here, right? So 1 is present, 6 is present, minus 1 is present, and next 10 is present. So these both, so while iterating, we can do something like, okay, these both elements are here, okay, it is here, and 10, and also so while we keep iterating, we have 10. So 10 is equal. So if 10, so if it is equal, and then also this 10 is the last element of the subsequence, we don't need to check for these things. So we can just break out and just say that it is equal. So yeah, that's all. So that is the true case. So if none of them, if this whole loop completes, okay, if this whole loop completes and that this condition is not gone through, for example this 10-10 condition is not gone through, then it means it is false. So let's write the code, you'll get an understanding. So step 2 is check if 2 elements are, check if the 2 elements are equal. So if they are equal, check if the element is the last element in the subsequence array. If yes, return true. So if they are not equal, so next step 3. So if two elements are not equal, we can just so do nothing. So if two elements are equal, so 5 and 5 is 2. Okay, so next in I1, so next 1 and 1 is equal. No, okay, it is equal. So if they are equal, we need to so if yes, return true, else just do subsequence plus plus. So here what is happening is, so we first check if the two elements are equal, and we check if there is the last element. So if they are not the last element and if they are equal, we just do subsequence plus plus. So for example 5 and 5, they are equal, but they are not the last element in the array. So 5 is not the last element in the subsequence array. So in that case we just do, we increment 2 over here, we increment this one. So and then we need this one also should get incremented, right? It will automate, that increment will automatically happen by step 1. So it will come here. So next, so that's it. So first it will iterate over the array. Here is okay, so here we have this one. Okay, iterate over the array. So check if the elements are equal. Yes, they are equal. So if they are equal, check if the element is the last element in the subsequence. So this element is not the last element in the subsequence. So we do subsequence plus plus. So now it will point to 1. So now subsequence plus plus. So now it will also array plus plus. It will increase. So here now we do for 1 and 1 again equal. So but this one is not the last element in the subsequence, so we move this one subsequence plus plus and then iterate over the array. Okay, next 22. So 22 is again equal. So but they're not the last element in the subsequence. 22 is not the last element in the subsequence, so we move this. Next, what happens? So this one. Okay, so now again we check for 25, 20. Okay, they're equal, so hence we just move this subsequence over here. So next, this one will also iterate because we're iterating over the array. So next 6 and 6, okay, they're again equal, so iterate over the, sorry, so 6 and 6 are equal, subsequence plus plus. So subsequence, okay, you get it guys. So subsequence plus plus. So now it will point to -1. Okay, oh, sorry, I had to be using this one. I used this one by mistake. So anyways, you get it guys. So 1, so it goes till here and then checks if it is 10. Okay, 10 is equal, and then 10 is also present in 10 is also the last element in the subsequence, so we return true. So let's code it. Here, so I'll remove this. So let's move this one to the side. Okay, so first we iterate over that array di is equal to 0, I less than array dot size I plus plus, right? Check if the two elements are equal. If array dot get of the distinction is that tj is equal to 0, so this is the subsequence subs ss I, let's keep it ss subsequence index. So get of I is equal to equal dot equals so if they are equal, check if the element is the last element in the subsequence. So if SSI is equal to SUQS sequence dot sequence dot size -1, return true. If yes, return true, else you do SSI plus plus. So yeah, that's it. So int SSI is equal to 0. If array dot get of I equals the sequence dot, so it will be 0 0. So if it is equal, okay, let's run this. Oh, so if this condition is never entered, we return false. So that's it, guys. So I'll just add that step over here. Okay guys, thank you for listening. Bye.